Is it worth it? Can you even hear me? Standing with your spotlight on me. Not enough to feed the hungry. I'm tired and I felt it for a while now. This sea of lonely. The taste of ink is getting old. It's 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. Each day gets more and alive.
Hi, this is Udo, and you're watching Chaos TV.
Okay, so what's up everybody? We are here at Hotel Rantasipi in Vaasa, Finland, and I have a guest here, Udo.
Yes, hello.
So first of all, hello and welcome to Chaos TV, man, once again.
Yeah, once again, I've been here already 1 or 2 times already.
2 times, yeah.
Okay, yeah, very good.
So you are currently on the Scandinavian tour playing the Accept songs. So
Yes.
how has the tour been so far for you?
Yeah, what can I say? A lot of sold-out shows, and I didn't expect this going so well. Yeah, I mean, the people looked like enjoy everything, and I enjoy everything. So what can I say? Everything's fine, and everything goes very well.
So far you have had like already a couple of shows in Finland as well. So how have they been?
Yeah, very good. So also in Finland we did. Now today's the last show in Finland, and so 3 shows sold out. 1 show was, let's say, nearly sold out.
Okay.
And yeah, it was fantastic, and the reaction was very good. So what can I say? Very good.
So how does it feel to play the old Accept classics live again?
Yeah, for
Does
me.
it feel like nostalgic in a way?
Yeah, a little bit, and of course, I mean, how can I say this? I enjoy to do this, but for me it's like also a little bit sad, but I have to make a decision, in a way I want to close a book,
Yeah.
I think now with U.D.O, we are doing U.D.O now for 26 years or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
So we start working next year on the 16th U.D.O album.
Yeah.
So there's always a lot of people say, oh, why you're not playing more Accept songs? On the other hand, a lot of people say, well, you don't need to have to play Accept songs anymore. So, and I want to end up with all this stuff. I mean, Accept is around.
Yeah.
If they want to hear Accept songs, okay, here we go.
Yeah. And I guess it's also like quite hard to decide which songs you are gonna play with U.D.O, since people expect to hear some Accept songs and then also the U.D.O songs.
Yeah, so but you mean now, after, definitely on the next U.D.O tour, there will be no Accept songs anymore. I mean, I think we got still enough our own material. Yeah, so but it was also not so easy to make a set list now for this thing, with the Dirkschneider thing, doing only Accept song. I mean, but you cannot satisfy everybody, I mean, I was trying to do the most known Accept songs.
Yeah.
And also, let's say also a little bit for me, I was also looking for me what songs I liked most, and so there's a mix up, but
I was actually going to ask that how hard was it to decide the songs that you are playing? You are playing like what, 25 songs or something like this?
23 or 24, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So we had a list in the beginning from 35 songs.
Okay.
So and then we said, okay, I was also talking to some people. They also really big Accept fans, and then so in the end we came to this up to this set list what we are playing now, and that was not it was not so easy, But I think so far, of course, you always have some people who say, oh, why you not play this song and this song?
Yep.
But what I said before, you cannot satisfy everybody. But now I think we did we choose the right songs, and so far everything worked very well.
So you are also playing like a couple of songs from the Russian Roulette album, and that album is actually turning 30 years this year on April.
Oh yeah.
So what kind of like memories do you have when it comes to that specific album?
Yeah, I mean, of course, that was the last Accept album what I did together with Accept before they fired me out of my own band. Very interesting, but anyway, it's history. And I mean, of course, always, through the whole set list, they're coming memories up, in a way. Of course, when you just do songs from a Breaker album, Bored to the Wall, Restless and Wild. I mean, I start in a way from the second album until the Russian Roulette album. Then it's not only Russian Roulette album, but it's like a lot of memories are coming up, you know, how we was composing the songs in this day, but not on stage.
Was that album like in a way hard also for the band, because you had like that basically more commercial metal hard album, and then after that you basically took like back to your roots with that album?
Yeah, I mean, that was, you could feel already on the Russian Roulette album, to be honest, there was really all the cold feeling in a band, you know.
Okay.
There was like, no, they want to, let's say 2 people of the band, I don't want to name anybody, want to go more commercial, and the rest was like, no, we want to be again back to the roots, you know.
Yeah.
So there was a really strange feeling when we did this album, you know. There was something already wrong. And and then after that, the story, everybody knows that.
So what is like your own personal favorite like Accept album from the early days that you actually sing on?
I mean, I name always 2. For me, this is the Breaker album. That's for me, there's so much energy on this album, and also that was the album for me where Accept found their own style, and then definitely Wall to the Wall.
Okay. So I guess you are aware that the Motorhead's Lemmy Kilmister passed away last year, like in the end of the year. So what were like your own first thoughts when you heard about the whole thing? Did you know him well?
Oh yeah, I know Lemmy very well. So, and also my son, let's say in this way, was lucky. He was doing the drums for Saxon, and that was the last show in Berlin. So, and
I think he had some picture with him.
Yeah. So, and then he was talking to him, and my son was already called me then and said, "Ooh, he looks very bad." You know, said I had to say hello, blah blah blah, and that was a shock, you know. But when I saw the picture with my son, how he looks, that was just I was just talking to Mickey D in Gothenburg, and that was already when. You know, when he died. It's really sad, you know, but with his lifestyle, okay, what can I say?
He lives quite a lot like rock and roll lifestyle.
He lives rock and roll, you know, I mean, of course, what we are doing also, it's like...
it's physically quite hard also.
Yeah, of course, we're living also rock and roll. We are also not doing a normal lifestyle, you know. But for me, it's like, of course, I drink also. I like very much like drinking wine and stuff like that, you know. But for me, it's like I want to do it as long as possible, and I try to stay healthy, and or you know, not party every night, or you know, taking drugs or whatever. I try to be healthy, you know, that I can do that for a long time, you know.
So did the passing of Lemmy basically made you think about your like own life like in a new perspective?
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, it also like to see, okay, on one hand, maybe it's good to say, oh yeah, I'm rock and roll all night, 24 hours a day. But, you know, it's like, no, I don't want to end up like this.
Yeah, I read somewhere that Lemmy actually said that he basically wants to basically die on stage, that it would be like the perfect ending for him. So what do you think about the whole thing? Are you like the kind of guy that basically wants to tour like to the very end, or is there like going to be some basically moment where you are like saying that now it's enough and now it's time just to basically lay down a bit?
I think I will stop when I think for myself, okay, that's it, you know.
Okay.
I think, I don't know when that is.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think I can only speak for myself. I think I know the time when you said, okay, that's it, you know, stop.
Yeah.
But for me, let's say...
But I guess it's also quite hard to basically do that, because that's what you have been doing your whole life. So I guess it's pretty hard to let it go, basically.
Yeah, but I mean, that means I'm not stopped doing something in the music business. Maybe I produce some bands or whatever, stuff like that. But to be on stage and on touring, for me, it's like I always say, I do it as long as I have fun to do this, you know. And if I get a feeling, it's like more like, oh no, you know, I don't want to tour anymore and stuff like that, then definitely there will be the point to say, okay, that's it. But I don't see at the moment an end.
So it's more albums and more touring.
Yeah, so I mean, we are now on the tour the whole year with Dirkschneider, and maybe also it will end up also in the beginning of next year. So there are so many things coming up, and and then after this we start working on the next U.D.O album, and then after this start again with U.D.O touring. So that means in a way already we have a plan. Let's say the end of 2018.
Yeah. So like a lot of like, you know, those basically old heavy metal like icons, which I could basically consider you also as a heavy metal icon, like Ozzy and you know, those basically old rock stars like Bruce Dickinson, and those are already quite old. So how do you like see the future of like the whole heavy metal genre? Are there like gonna be like new U.D.O in the future? What do you think about the whole thing?
I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of good bands around, you know, but I think also a problem for new bands is first, they don't have the support from the record companies anymore. It's also quite heavy to, you know, to do 3 or 4 albums to find yourself, your own thing, you know, and this is very hard. And I think for me, sometimes when I'm watching new bands are really good, but I don't know. There is no Ozzy Osbournes or Lemmys or Dios or whatever coming on stage. It's like, I don't know. It's good, but it's no character, you know. Like, so maybe definitely there will something coming up, but at the moment I don't see.
Yeah, none of those basically, as you said, icons are coming like anywhere.
Yeah, not at the moment.
Yeah,
not at the moment.
So we'll see how it goes in the future.
Yeah, I mean, of course, definitely this kind of music, what we are doing. I mean, I do this now also for 40 years. I mean, I think this kind of music will still survive, you know. But we will see what's coming up, you know. Maybe there is somebody coming up and said, yes, the new icon or whatever, you know. But at the moment, it's like... so now Lemmy is gone, Dio is gone, Gary Moore is gone.
Mötley Crüe ended their career. Black Sabbath is playing their last tour.
Yes, so not that many left, you know. I was just talking also with Biff from Saxon, and he said it's getting less, you know. So from the old icons or old bands, you know, classic heavy metal stuff. But what can you do? Nothing.
Nothing. I guess it's also like part of the society thing that it isn't like in a way possible that it was back in the days. To do bands.
Yeah, but you know, it's also interesting to see you know, when you see all the lineup on festivals, you know, always the headliner, co-headliner, or one band before is always like the old bands, you know. It's nothing really. A new band is really like, making the headliner stuff. It's
getting over those old giants.
Yeah, so this is interesting to see, you know.
Yeah.
So they just moved up from Sweden Rock. Now we're on the main stage nearly before the headliner is Sabaton, and we are the co-headliner on this stage now, you know. It was like going boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
So very interesting.
Yeah. So thank you, man, very much for taking time off to do this interview with us, and best of luck for the upcoming Dirkschneider shows. Anything you want to say to your Finnish fans as last words?
What can I say to the Finnish fans, not bands also? It was a pleasure to play here, and thank you very much for sold out shows, and we see us next time.
Thank you, man.
Okay.